My name is Mitchell Skates. I'm the Director of Mobile Service at Rush Truck Centers. From 1965 to now, we've grown to over 150 dealerships nationwide. One of our fastest growing market segments that we've seen over the last couple of years has been our mobile service division. With over 700 mobile and on-site technicians nationwide, we range from a variety of services covering preventative maintenance to heavy-duty engine diagnostics and repairs. We have standardized our fleet from the Transit 350 KVE to the F550 KMT1 with crane body. These trucks can vary in the type of repairs they do. They can do anything and everything that our customers ask us to do. So we've actually got a couple of our mobile service units here on site with us, so let's check them out. So here we've got the Transit 350 KVE, which is packed with Knapheide van equipment, allowing us to do multiple oil changes in one setting, basic maintenance, DOTs inspections, HVAC work, you name it, anything we can do from a light duty standpoint, this is what we're doing out of this van. I've actually got Marshall here. He's one of our mobile technicians here out of our Rush Truck Center San Antonio dealership to tell us a little bit more about the van.
Hi, my name is Marshall. I work at the Rush Truck Centers, and this is my Transit 350 equipped with Knapheide van equipment. So, to start off with, here we have all of my lube reels with air and both of my fill and empty hose here. I'm able to have up to 3 different types of oils. So I can have trans, differential, and engine oil, all on separate reels, all on demand, ready to use. Coming inside, I have all of this shelving here. Here I have my compressed air tank that allows me to have full air pressure, constant all the time, up to 125 PSI. I have all of this shelving here that I'm able to put some of my bigger tools on, hammers, big pry bars, this socket rail that I take in and out of the van when I need it. On this side, I have my whole work area here that I'm able to come inside the van and actually work on top of this work surface with a vise, a plug for anything I need to plug in, whether that's battery chargers or any tools that require an outlet. And I have all my tools stored here in all of these drawers, from pliers, ratchets, all of my wrenches, standard and metric, sockets. There's a little bit of storage here underneath where I can keep my creeper and anything else bigger, like I have a whole bucket of differential oil here and my drain pan. More shelving where I'm able to keep, supplies, extra parts, some of my connectivity tools here, and then I have a locked area here where I'm able to keep anything else that I need to take with me on the job. I have the inverter, which allows me to plug in anything to have power pretty much all the time, and it even runs to this extension cord reel. So if I'm out on the job and I'm using my laptop to do troubleshooting and diagnostics and my laptop begins to die, I'm able to continue to charge it and keep power to it. And then of course, here we have the lube tank where I'm able to store 40 gallons of oil and 2 of either trans or differential fluid or any other type of oil or fluid in there. And I have a 49-gallon used tank to use as dirty oil storage. And down there, we have our air compressor, all of the on-demand and air uses that I have, whether that's airing up tires, draining oil, filling oil. One of the best things about using the van is being able to work on this work surface protected inside the van. The interior lighting allows me to see exactly what I'm doing, whether it's sun up or sun down, while I'm inside the van. And when I'm outside the van, I have exterior spotlights to shine down, and these are movable to allow me to point it exactly where I need it. That's very important because when you're out at a job, whether it's early in the morning, late at night, or the weather conditions aren't exactly ideal, being able to see is the most important part of the job. You want to be able to see what you're doing. You want to be able to see what you're working around in order to be safe and do your job. So definitely the most crucial tool that I have here in the van is this Ackerman cable setup. So I'm able to basically pull out these connect it plug and play to the front of the van, and I'll be able to charge any truck or vehicle that I'm working on. And it's been extremely helpful, especially being out on site where I'm not able to get a hold of any kind of battery charger where I'm at. So this right here has definitely been the most useful and the most helpful part of having this. And I can keep it right here on the shelf, so I can easily come and grab it from the back of the van without having to step up inside. So a lot of the usual jobs I go on are mobile preventative maintenance service calls, which are basically your oil changes, filter changes. You're gonna check over the whole truck, make sure that all the fluids are correct and topped off. Basically smaller jobs that still require great attention to detail. This is the Transit 350 with Knapheide van equipment.
Thanks for showing us around, Marshall. Again, out of the Transit KVE body, we're doing basic oil changes, preventative maintenance, light duty repairs, really anything that our customer is asking us and what they need. We've also got one of our F550 KMT1 crane bodies, where we're doing heavy duty diagnostics, repairs, anything that the crane is needed for, we're able to do out of this vehicle. And I've actually got one of our mobile technicians, Justin, who's gonna show us around.
Hi, my name is Justin Gonzalez. I work for Rush Truck Center San Antonio. This is my F550 KMT body. This is the main toolbox with all my drawers. I have all my hand tools and sockets inside. One hand operation. Even with all these tools and how heavy it is, it rolls very smooth. I like having this space up here to put larger tools, specialty items, oil filter cutters, my big pipe wrenches, and my larger ratchets. This shelf compartment too, we can put just random tools that just fit very specific spots. And then I have this tray for all my aerosols. Keeps it organized, keeps them from rattling around. One feature that I do like about these doors is that I can take these pins off and open the door all the way. So if we're working in a tight spot at, say, a truck stop where we're limited on space, we're not bumping into the doors. The truck comes with this cubby system. This is very unique. This is my first time having it, and I do love it. It keeps you very well organized. I have my heavy duty sockets in some cubbies, random miscellaneous stuff that you can just never find a really spot for. It keeps it separated and away from other items. My cutter drawer, more electrical items. And then the best part about it is it comes out and you just take it with you. Do what you have to do, find the correct socket the first time, come back, put it back in there. Another thing I like about this truck is the shoulder has this little adapter plate, if you will, where you can mount a welder or whatever it is that you're looking to mount. For me specifically, I needed more space. I don't do a lot of welding in the field. So it was so easy to mount this truck bed toolbox. I was able to drill in, put in nutserts, and secure it without having to worry about cutting into the box or rain getting in or any other stuff happening like that. So that's a really nice feature. It also has holes so you can put in more nutserts or little openings here on the sides where you can get a hook in to strap stuff down if you don't have anything mounted on there. So I do like that. This is another compartment, just hold larger items, my heavy duty jacks, my cribbing plates for the outriggers. I do like these outriggers. They're very nice. They're smooth operation. It's a lot better than hand cranking. So it's all run on the truck's hydraulics. Simply just put it in PTO mode, start leveling them out, put your cribbing plates, and then you can secure the truck when you're ready for crane operations. Inside here, I just have a broom. So sometimes working in a concrete pad, there's a lot of rocks and whatnot, and it'll get caught on your creeper. So I'll sweep it up beforehand and afterwards, just maintain a clean area. This workbench is really nice. It's at a good level. It's very deep. I don't have to worry about bolts or stuff rolling away in the corners because it has these gussets. I'm sure that's for strength, but it also doubles as keeping stuff from rolling off the bench when you're working on it. The vise, I like that it's mounted to this plate, so for whatever reason, if I need the full length of my bench, I can take this vise out, or I can mount it to that side. It gives you more options when you're working in the field. I like this air system. The biggest feature that I love about it is that I'm able to supply air when I need it and turn it off when I don't need it. So if you have a tool with an extended hose, all that air is still trapped in that hose, you can turn this system off and it'll deplete all that air so you can have an easy operation of uncoupling or coupling back the airline. Sometimes you got it full charge, you can't connect your tools. With this off, there's no air in the line. So it makes the operation super simple. Then you can charge it and adjust your regulator to see whatever operation you're trying to perform. That's a really nice feature. I really enjoy having that. Here are the outrigger controls, very convenient. I have my truck set up for like a little PM corner. So I have spill mat, absorbent mats inside to catch any oil spills and whatnot. I do have seal pullers or seal installers for specific engines on their crankshafts. I also have special dial indicators that I use and random O-ring sets or heavy duty socket sets that all stay in here. They're not frequently used, but they're there when I need them. I do also keep all my torque wrenches in their boxes in here. This compartment stays dry in the weather, and regardless of the weather conditions. It's nice sealed. I never have any issues, even in dusty environments when I'm going out to, say, oil pads. I never have any issues of any dirt or contaminants getting inside the box. This is my parts drawer. It's good for all these small parts. It's all contained in one area. I don't run oxygen and acetylene. I don't generally need a cutting torch. I'm not doing that kind of work out in the field. I mostly work on engines and do electrical diag every now and then. But I took out the holders for the oxygen tanks and just configured it in a way to hold all my ladders, my creeper, step ladder, dolly. I have more chains and straps on the hooks for my crane setup. And then I added a little magnet up here to hold this bucket. I also have some more fluids and grease. And then I have my heavy duty jack and gun on the very bottom. I'm very pleased with the way the box is designed. It really fits a mechanic's needs. As far as keeping them organized and keeping things convenient. I'm really never searching for something or wondering where it fell, if it rolled off or something like that. Everything's very well contained. The crane is very impressive. It is very strong. I actually had a situation where a customer had a truck that fell into a ditch and was unable to open the hood. So we were able to use the crane strapped to that hood and actually lift the hood off of that body so we could access the engine and move on with repairs. I've also slung radiators with it. It's strong enough to do the heavy stuff, but it's also very nimble to do the small things. So I actually replaced on Friday a fan hub, which is only 65 pounds, but it's in a very tight spade and kind of awkward. And this crane gives you fine controls to actually set it into position and mount it onto the engine. So even though it looks big, it's not clumsy. It's very well thought out, and it is sensitive to your input.
Thanks for showing us around, Justin, and thank you for checking out a couple of our mobile service units here at Rush Truck Centers.